Rowan's hand sat like a crown on a piece of velvet. Rowan approached the box in amazement. He had no idea how it had made its way to Texas, or to the United States for that matter. The music box had to be the oldest antique in the store. He tried to contain his excitement, already deciding he had to touch it. "That's French, I believe, and real pearls," the old man said, clearing his throat. Rowan studied the box, knowing it was from Switzerland, not France, and that if he turned the music box's handle, an exquisite, lifelike miniature bird would pop out. He could tell by the masterful craftsmanship the musical bird box had been made by Jacques Dreux and Lechaud. And not only were the pearls real, so was the gold. "One of my finest pieces," the man nodded, beginning to sound nervous. A handwritten price tag dangled from the dainty wind-up handle, with $1,200 scribbled in blue ballpoint pen. Next to the Civil War cavalry rifle hanging over the man's head, the music box was the highest-priced item. Rowan bent down to continue his appraisal, not quite ready to touch it yet, not with someone standing so close to him. "What brings you to El Paso?" the old man asked. "Rock climbing," Rowan murmured. "Oh, you must be heading to Waco Tanks." The man visibly relaxed now that he could peg Rowan as an out-of-town climber. "We get all sorts of interesting folk visiting up there. You in some kind of rock band?" "No." Rowan smiled at the man's curiosity. He didn't tell him he was in the same business as he was, antiques. Though Rowan handled one-of-a-kind rare items, and by appointment only. He had sold a Jacques Dreux musical bird box once. If his instincts were correct, this one would be worth more. The phone behind the counter gave a shrill ring. The old man excused himself to answer it. As soon as his back was turned, Rowan seized the opportunity. He would touch the box quickly and be done before the man could turn back around. What the shop owner didn't know was that he was a master psychometrist who'd been born with a rare gift. With the speed gained from a lifetime of training, Rowan brought his hands together in an elegant Surabi mudra, a complex finger lock to help his mind break through the barrier. Inhaling deeply, he placed his hand on the music box, wrapped his mind around the scrim of time, and pushed past it. Vienna, 1784. Regina gasped with pleasure as the dainty mechanical bird popped out of the music box and began its slow turn with a sing-song tweet. She had heard of these new singing boxes, but had yet to see one. The handcrafted creature was no bigger than the tip of her index finger, and yet its wings flapped like a real bird. Even the iridescent feathers ruffled with life. "What a marvelous invention," she said aloud, although she was alone in her room. She had been in the middle of warming up for tomorrow's concert, and waiting anxiously for her music when her maid announced the court official's arrival. Regina jumped up, at first thinking her sheet music had finally come. She'd been waiting days for the sonata, but it wasn't the new composition. An official stood stiff at the door holding a personal gift from the emperor. Regina tried to mask her disappointment and gracefully gave the messenger her thanks. Tomorrow she would be playing before the emperor for the first time, and he had continued to extend the warmest welcome to her since her arrival in Vienna. She could see why Joseph II was nicknamed the Musical King. When she had unwrapped the gift, she'd found the most exquisite gold music box set with pearls. As she watched the bird complete its spin on its golden dais, she thought how tomorrow she would be the one on display as society's latest curiosity. She'd already played one concert in Vienna last month, but her second would be a grand affair, and her last performance during her visit. To add to the excitement, she would be playing with Mozart. At this point, she didn't know what made her more nervous, playing for the emperor, playing with Mozart, or the fact she had yet to see a note of music. Mozart was notorious for being haphazard with his time, but she couldn't believe he